Hello, everyone, and welcome back, and thanks for joining me again. We're back with another Magic the Gathering Arena deck video. This time, this is Lord of the Rings, Tales from the Middle-earth, from the new set that just came out. This is the Bilbo Celebration variant of it. So, like we always do, we'll go over the cards, play a few matches, see how it goes. It is by no means a competitive deck, but it is really fun. So here are the cards. A Birthday Escape, draw a card, the ring tempts you. Now the way how the ring works is it pretty much acts like a saga. Each time you play a card that says the ring tempts you, you get to move down on the list, and the stacks on the ring are permanent. So you can just swap the ring between ring bearers, and you don't have to worry about losing any of the stacks on it. We have Delighted Halfling. She is our mana dork. She taps to add any colorless, or we could tap her to add a mana of any color to cast a legendary spell that can't be countered. It's very good considering this is a 5-color deck. We have Wizard's Rocket. For 1, it's going to enter tapped, but we could sack it plus any X amount of mana to add any X combination of that mana to use for any of our cards. So that really helps out playing cards that we need. And when it goes to the graveyard from the battlefield, we get to draw a card. It's very nice, and it goes along with the whole theme. We have Slip on the Ring for 2 white, which pretty much acts like a flicker effect, just with the added ability of the ring being able to tempt you. So like with all flicker type abilities, use that to cancel out on an attack or trigger another monster's effect twice, yada. Now, this deck, when I was creating it, really didn't have a win outlet besides just trying to burn somebody down with a fully stacked ring. So we had to find a win condition, and we had to get another card from another set to add in here. That is Static Discharge. It costs 2 red. It has intensity 3. That means we'll be able to deal 3 damage to any target, and once the card is the effect resolves, it's going to increase every other static discharge that we have by 1. So that means when you cast your next one, it's going to be intensity 4, dealing 4 damage to any target. Now that combines with this card over here to our right, Fiery Inscription. Whenever you cast an instance or a sorcery spell, it deals 2 damage to your opponent. So we'll be stacking 2 damage on top of our static discharge damage every time. So that's very good. We come down to Revive the Shire, which allows us to return a target permanent card from our graveyard from our hand, like Static Discharge, to cast again. Not only that, but since it counts as a sorcery, it would proc Fiery Inscription, dealing another 2 damage. So as you see, we got a nice little burn outlet going. We have Frodo Baggins. When he enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you, and as long as he's your ring bearer, he must be blocked if able. So that's very good. With him being your full ring bearer, it makes your opponent really not want to block him. So it's pretty much almost a guaranteed 4 damage if you can have a fully stacked ring. We have Lambus. When it enters the battlefield, we're going to scry 1, draw 1 card. It's very good to help us out looking for cards we need, and we could pay 2 and sack it to gain 3 life. A cool thing with this card is, when it is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, we get to shuffle it into our library. So technically we want it net deck out, kinda. We have Sackville Baggins. She is our only black creature. She costs 3 mana. She does have Flash and Menace. When she enters the battlefield, you can exile a target creature card from your opponent's graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn, and create X treasure tokens, where X is that exiled creature's power. So if you manage to destroy one of your opponent's, say, 5/2 creatures, you get to create 5X treasure tokens. So it definitely helps with us being able to cast our cards, and with it having flash, you can cast it on your opponent's turn. And with it having menace, along with being a fully stacked ring bearer, will make her kinda menacing to deal with on the battlefield. We already went over Fiery Inscription. We have Bilbo, Retired Bagler. When he enters the battlefield, the ring is going to tempt you. And when he deals combat damage, we get to create a treasure token. Again, create more mana tokens so we can cast all of our colorful mana costing cards. We have Bilbo's Ring for 3. It's an artifact. The equipped creature has hexproof and can't be blocked. And whenever equipped creature attacks alone, you get to draw a card, but you lose 1 life. A neat thing is you can pay 1 to equip to a halfling, which is everything in this deck besides the main man himself, which we'll get to in a second. Inherited Envelope, again, it's just a way to add any mana we want to our deck, and it allows us to be tempted by the ring. And last, we have Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. For 4 mana, he's a blue, he has flash. You may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash, and whenever the ring tempts you, as long as you don't choose Gandalf as your ring bearer, you get to draw your card. So he acts as our draw engine, and we can also play our cards like Static Discharge, Revive the Shire, and stuff like that on our opponent's turn to get the effect off if we need to on our opponent's turn, burn our opponent down on our opponent's turn, or what have you. And the artwork in the card is really cool, so definitely the main star of the deck, along with the Bilbo and Frodo there. Although Delighted Halfling, I mean, that's just a mana dork. That's a good mana dork. But after all of that, we have our lands. Of course, it's 5 colors. We have 1 Shire, and we have 1 Shire Terrace. So that way it helps us get a color that we need on the field. So, that's the deck. Let's go ahead, do a couple matches, see how it fares. And it sucks we have to mulligan that one, but this isn't bad though right here. See what color our opponent is playing. And if we had either blue or red right now, really good. Gotta be careful because he's just gonna pump that stupid unicorn up. Yeah, there it goes. God dang it. Just a straight pump up deck. What a read. Sir, you have no skill. If I had my Solitary man, this guy would be screwed. Ain't nothing I can do against this. This is just a loss. Probably. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and surrender. Can't do nothing against the old little cheesy little pump up deck. Man ain't got no skill. Sad. You'll never make it anywhere in life. So I have to play a cheap pump up deck. No skill required. No forethought. Why would you even play that? Goddamn worse than a weenie. People disgust me at this game. These cards were really meant for commander play, though, in all honesty. They really weren't meant to make a, I mean, yeah, you can, like you see, but they're really meant for commander play. Which hopefully they'll add two-headed dragons on here soon. That would be really cool. We can get the ring procced up pretty quick. That's not an issue. That card's an issue. We're gonna have to use our static discharge on that. Pump him up again. Cheesy old pump ups, man. If I was making another deck video, these people would be in trouble. At least we got another one of those. That's good. Might actually be able to win this one. Dang, we lost Frodo. Dang, if we had fiery inscription, we can do some serious damage. We don't at the moment. Got rid of our return to the Shire. We can't cast that. A lot. This is gonna suck. proc that stupid thing. He held all these cards in his hand too. Little cheeky. Just go ahead and kill me. Like I said, this deck is not competitive at all. It's just for fun. These people over here try hard and like they're in a tournament. You let me play my Solomentary deck, boy, I'd shut y'all down and y'all would surrender so hard. Oh man. No skill people, as you see, just they all play easy old pump ups. Sad. This man's got the Gandalf avatar. We're gonna keep this hand. Let's see if we can win this one. Let's see if we can win at least one. This is a bad hand though that we're trying to play off of. And he's playing black and green. It looks like he's playing with the new stuff too. Playing with the orcs from the Lord of the Rings set. Fun last little battle right here. Playing the Tempting Ring as well. Well, we're gonna finish this game here, sir. I mean, I want to win, but I didn't want to win by a count out. Probably all we're going to be able to do right there. Yep. They're all legendary. Dang. Ooh. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is about to be the nail biter. Revive the Shire would be great right now. Dang, he gained all that life back. We could have won. Wasn't for him gaining all that stupid life back. Screw you, sir. Yeah, that's game. Yeah, that's game. The first video where we don't win all our matches, but like I said, the deck ain't competitive. The deck's just meant to be for fun, but people don't like playing for fun on Arena because I guess they've been hurt as a child. But we're going to call it for this video. I hope you've all enjoyed. As always, like, subscribe, drop a couple comments down below, share out my videos, all that good stuff. The next couple of days, I'll be dropping a video every day, probably up until at least Saturday, so stay tuned for those. Just my schedule's all crazy, and editing 4 to 6 hour videos is a pain in my butt. Sometimes they don't come out right, and I'm doing my best to get out as much content as I can for everybody. Like I always say, if there's any games you would like to see me play, let me know. I will grab it and I will play it. But with that said, I'll see y'all next time.